start the season, Adam LaRoche is probably hitting cleanup, and that's
a good point. Oh, yeah, that is a good point. Melky was a much better option than Adam LaRoche.
And he's still there. Still the DH. I don't understand that. But, yeah, if the Sox are going to make all these moves, why didn't they either try to move LaRoche or just, trade him or something? I don't know.
No, Adam LaRoche is untradeable unless you eat his entire salary, which at that point...
You don't think they could have traded him somewhere to get... Maybe not like a
the only
DH,
way you
to
could
get some prospects.
The only way you could have gotten rid of him for cash would have been if they ate the entire contract.
Yeah, that's true. Which I would have thought they would have been okay with doing. I mean, that they signed Jimmy Rollins, which is kind of out of the blue, and apparently, I guess he's the starting shortstop, right?
Him. Or Saladino.
Yeah, the thing with are they really going to give up on Saladino? He was pretty good last year. From
defensively,
what I
he was.
Yeah, and I mean, you can always work on your hitting. If you're good defensively, that's a good place to start, especially when you're young. It's better to be good defensively when you're young and not bad defensively. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The pitching staff is still pretty strong. I wouldn't say it's as great as some people say, just because we don't know what Carlos Rodon's going to do in his second year. He was pretty good last year when he came up, but he's going to be he's the fourth man or third man, and then eventually they're going to have Carson Fulmer, I think is his name. He'll probably be a call up. I don't think he's expected to make the team to start the season.
No, he's not.
Starting in AAA.
Throw in the fact that they signed Matt Latos.
That's right. Yeah, they did get Latos. So Latos probably slide into that 3 spot. You have Sale, Quintana,
Rodon, and Danks.
Latos. So yeah, it's not a bad pitching staff.
No, it's not.
But that's never been.
They just give up a lot of home runs.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you play at the Cell. I mean, that's the problem when you play at Wrigley Field too. But the Cubs actually have a really good pitching staff.
I don't think Matt Latos was a good signing because last year he gave up a ridiculous number of home runs. He lost velocity on his fastball. He could not keep the ball down. He kept leaving it up in the zone, and he kept getting hammered.
I remember last year, everyone thought he was going to have a big bounce back year he was with Miami, right?
Yeah, and everyone thought he was going to get a big contract.
Yeah, he was with Miami, and then opening day for them, he gave up 8 runs in 2 innings or something. I don't know if you remember that.
In 2/3 of an inning. His ERA was 96.7 to start the season.
Yeah, he started off horribly. That can't happen again this year. Otherwise,
I mean, I think he's going to give up a lot of home runs this year.
Yeah, as long as he can, if he can pitch like a third or fourth man, I'm sure that's all the White Sox asked for. Just
right.
You should be able to pitch like your spot suggests that you should. So
right.
That's the way you got to go by it.
And before we continue this baseball talk, we're going to take a quick time out for an update. We'll talk about Kyle Schwarber exiting the game with minor knee soreness. No matter how minor it is, it's always a cause for concern at this point.
Yeah, that's true. We'll talk about that. I hope it's nothing serious.
Yeah, I mean, that is you hope it's nothing serious. Even though they say it's minor, you always have reason to.
Hey, at least it's not
the
Bulls medical staff that's dealing with Schwarber. So that's a plus. We'll take an update and then break, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about baseball some more. You're listening to Sports Renegades on SportsTownChicago.com. The Sports Renegades podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.